Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Cole. It's a Monday night, June 3rd. We are a night or two late getting this out, but this will be the video for week 4 of Political Science 1013 for the summer 2024 term. Okay, everyone, since the first exam we've had quite a bit for you to do. We are now at work on discussion 3 out of 5 that we'll try to have over the course of the term on the topic of a current issue that raises issues of federalism, and that discussion will continue all day tomorrow, Tuesday the 4th. So I hope that you will take part in that if you have not done so already. Then Thursday the 6th will be the midterm exam, exam 2. That's one day later than was listed on the syllabus. We'll have it on the 6th instead of the 5th, over units 3 and 4 on mass media and on the Constitution. All right, now, to pick up where we left off last time, we had gotten through the original 7 articles of the Constitution and the Federalist Papers. Now, we pick up looking at the constitutional amendments. Not every single one, but we try to hit the highlights of them, beginning with the Bill of Rights. We pay quite a bit of attention to the First Amendment, especially the religion clauses, the free exercise, and establishment clauses. Pay attention to that. We also discuss somewhat extensively the Fourth and Eighth Amendments. We touch on all 10 of them, briefly at least. The 14th Amendment is very, very important. One of the Civil War amendments. It changes in many important respects the relation between the feds and the states. So be sure you have looked at that. I also mention Article 3 of the 14th Amendment along with the 25th Amendment, because those are a couple of provisions that came up near the end of President Trump's term and also in connection with the impeachment efforts against President Trump and his candidacy once again here in 2024. So take a look at all that. Then at the end of that unit, we try to touch briefly on civil liberties, civil rights, and federalism, all of which are treated in a chapter that's been assigned to you from your textbook. Touching very briefly on those, when it comes to civil liberties, we talked quite extensively about a couple of different examples of free speech issues that have come up recently in American politics. When it comes to civil rights, we mentioned that when we say civil rights, we often think of race relations, and that often but not always is the case. Okay, we can have civil rights issues coming up in other contexts, such as so-called Title IX issues having to do with the rights of men and women in higher education. There's also been a big change lately with regard to the issue of affirmative action due to a recent Supreme Court ruling. Okay. Federalism has to do with the relation among levels of government, especially the states and the feds. We try to look at how all that has changed in American history, going back to the middle of the 20th century and the New Deal era during World War II, and changes that were wrought there in the system of federalism. We try to go through different issue areas: education, highways, healthcare, and a number of different areas, elementary and secondary as well as higher education, and look at how the relation between the states and the feds has changed through the years. Federalism has to do with the relations between levels of government when you have more than one level of government exercising responsibility in a governmental system. So that wraps up what we were trying to do in Unit 4. Remember also, everybody, you need to be looking at 4 articles that were assigned for you to access online. You have an article about so-called deepfakes, or images that may be generated by artificial intelligence. that may be at some variance with reality, but it can be hard to tell what's true and what's been made up. And that can be a very serious issue for us going forward. You have an article about the condition, the financial, the economic condition of the media industry overall. You have an article about the protests that have been taking place, especially at Columbia University. And you have a related article about exactly how principles of free speech should apply to protests like that. So expect 10 or 15 test items on those articles. And be sure you have read through those closely, along with the class notes for Units 3 and 4, and also the textbook assignments that we hope you will get to take a look at. Okay? Everybody, okay, the exam will be Thursday for 24 hours, 50 items, 45 minutes to take the exam. Once that is over, we will be getting material out for Exam 3. You can begin looking at Unit 5 on the presidency, and then over the weekend, I'll be getting another video out discussing what we're going to be doing in Unit 5. And then the following week, Unit 6, and that will be the material for the third exam, Units 5 and 6. But that's getting a little ahead of ourselves. Thursday, June 6th, is the midterm exam over Units 3 and 4, Mass Media and the Constitution, with 4 articles to be accessed online. And we have a discussion ongoing, Discussion 3, that will continue through midnight Tuesday. So quite a bit for you to do. Take it easy, study hard. Good luck on the exam. We'll be talking to you once again about a week from now.